up guys, it's Kristen here today with my January haul / February TBR. Once again, I got most of these books from my local library. One of them was a Christmas present and the other was a Christmas present that I gave to my sister, but she finished with the book and she loved it, so now I am taking it back. So technically, I did not buy a single book again this month. And once again, I planned out a lot of variety with my books this month. I always like to read from a lot of different genres and I plan out my TBR that way on purpose so that I can get a lot of variety and never really get bored, and I am so excited for all of these picks this month. So first up, the book that I am most excited about, it is literary fiction, probably one of my favorite genres. It is Burial Rites by Hannah Kent. I have wanted to read this book for like a couple years now, and I've been completely obsessed with this specific cover edition, and I wouldn't settle until I got it, and my sister managed to get it for me. I am so excited. It is based on a true story set in Iceland about a woman who was convicted of murder, and the book follows the last few days before her execution. And I heard there's something about accusations of witchcraft or something. I don't know, but I've heard that the writing is just lyrical and poetic, that it's a great mystery, amazing atmosphere. Basically every single buzzword that I love is in this book. This is one of those books, I don't know if you guys have this, where you feel like you just know 100% that you're gonna love it. I know I shouldn't go in with crazy expectations for a book, but just the setting and the story and the style of writing just seems to suit me perfectly. Next is my nonfiction read of the month, and unfortunately I do not have the physical copy here with me because I got it from the library the other day, and when my sister read the synopsis for it, she thought it sounded so amazing that she snatched it away from me so she could read it first. It is The Lost City of Z, A Tale of Deadly Obsession in the Amazon by David Grann. As I said, it is a nonfiction book, and it is talking about these famous explorers who went to find this lost city in the Amazon jungle, but they disappeared, and then it seems like everyone who went after them to try to find them also disappeared, so it's like this Bermuda Triangle type thing, and the author decides to go to the same place to investigate, to try to see what happened and see if there really was this lost city, if it ever existed. This sounds so amazing. Again, I can't believe that it is nonfiction. It's a little bit similar to Dead Mountain, which I read last month, except now from the Russian mountains, I am in the jungles of the Amazon. Also, it is supposed to be a movie. I believe they have already started filming it, and it will star Robert Pattinson and Charlie Hunnam, which sounds amazing. My YA read for the month will be Carry On by Rowell. This is the book that I got for my sister for Christmas, and she binged through it, and now she's dying for me to read it. Of course, this is the fan fiction that Kath was writing in the book Fangirl that I just read a few months ago, and I loved it. Apparently, it is set in this Harry Potter-like universe, and it is the last book in a series. I am in love with Rowell's writing. Like everyone else, I've heard amazing reviews of it. I also know that there are some LGBTQ themes in the book, so I'm really hoping that those are represented well. But I've heard that it's just a really fun read, and again, kind of a play on the Harry Potter-like series. So I am so excited for this one. Next, for my classic read of the month, I will be doing a buddy read with Kate from Kate Howe, and we will be reading How Green Was My Valley by Richard Llewellyn. Again, obviously this is a classic in literature. I only know that it is similar to Little Women, although a male version. It's a story about brothers. Other than that, I literally don't know anything. Again, Kate and I are big fans of classic literature, and so of course I will link her amazing channel down below. Next, this is gonna sound really crazy, but I have actually never read any graphic novels ever. I know it's horrible. I hear so many amazing things about them. I need to jump on this bandwagon. So I was at the library the other day and I picked up Persepolis 1 and 2. I believe there are 4 editions in total, but I'm not quite sure. I know it is about the story of a girl living through the Iranian Revolution in 1979. I graduated in political science, so that is particular interest to me, and I've heard nothing but amazing things about it, so I am very excited to finally start reading graphic novels. Now, I have also started to very slowly start rereading A Dance with Dragons, the 5th book in the Song of Ice and Fire series. It's been a little over 3 years since I read this, and I don't know if any of you heard, But a lot of people thought the new book was gonna come out this spring, but George R. R. Martin just came out and said, no, it's gonna be a lot longer still. I am disappointed, of course, but I'm not rushing him. I want the book to be perfect. But I feel like it's just been so long since I read this, and I am craving going back to this world. This was my favorite book in the series, and I don't remember a lot of it because, as you can see, it is crazy long. So now I'm gonna just slowly make my way through it and make notes along the way so that I can be totally ready when Winds of Winter finally comes out. And lastly, I always try to read some children's lit, so this month I will be reading the third book in Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events. This is called The Wide Window. Again, we are still following the Baudelaire orphans on their quest to get away from Count Olaf. I love the writing in these books. It's so amazing. I love how the narrator talks to the reader and all of the crazy adventures that they go on, and I'm even more excited because supposedly it's coming to Netflix as a series. I saw the trailer, it looks amazing, and also I'm kind of in love with these covers from the library. I've never seen them before, but I love the illustrations on them. So these are all of the books that I am planning to read in the month of February. Again, if you have read any of these already, I'd love to hear what you thought of them, or what are some of the books that you're planning on reading this month. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!